Nice to hear from you again. So today is a special video about my relationship with my dad. Happy Father's Day. I love you, and happy Father's Day to all those other dads out there. So let's get into the video, because you know what? We have a lot to go through. It all started on my birthday, August 30th, 2001. Yes, I was born in 2001, and I will be turning 17 this year. My mom was supposed to give birth to me a few days before, but you know, I was a stubborn baby, and I didn't want to be born. I can understand why, because I really want to die sometimes, but you know, that's life. Don't we all? I lived in Oklahoma for most of my life. Actually not most of my life. I was there for about 2.5 years before we moved down to Florida, which is where I am currently. I lived here in Florida for most of my life. My parents were together for at least till I was 3 before my parents got a divorce. And that was really hard and a really, really hard point in my life. Even though I was only 3, you know, you're really attached to both of your parents. So it's like, that's really a really hard emotional state for you to a child that young to go through. And it did take a while for me to get used to it. I'm still getting used to having to do the 50-50 custody with my mom and dad. As I grew up, I heard both of my parents talking bad about each other and just how much they hated their relationship with each other, when in reality they were pretty happy until I came along. So I kind of figured that out after a little while. My relationship with my dad was very close, and I don't regret anything that I've ever done to my dad, except for the emotional drama that I put him through. And I grew up with my dad taking me to a bunch of places and just having fun, and my mom, of course, as every child, and I'm pretty sure mostly everyone has some type of person in this family, the school addict. My mom was the school addict. She didn't want me to have the same grades that she did, so she was always pushing me to get good grades and everything. But my dad was the fun, cool dad. Even though he did care about my grades, he was still the fun, cool dad and would always want me to have fun and actually have a childhood. And I feel like that's part of the reason why my relationship with my dad is so close. So after years of either having small fights with my dad or having fun going out and doing things, going to the beach and going to amusement parks and stuff, we got to my teenage years, and we all know that each parent can handle either the kid's side or the teenager side. In this case, my mom was handling the teenager side of me a lot better than my dad was. He was handling more the kid's side. But my relationship with my dad never shrinked, never got ruined or anything. I still loved my dad to death, no matter what we went through. My dad was always there for me, especially when my boyfriends in the past have cheated on me. And I will say now, not all of them cheated on me, but quite a few did. And those were very tough points in my life, because if you've been in a relationship, you know, you really like that person. You love them with all your heart, and then when they cheat on you and break your heart like that, it's really, really hurts. And my dad was there for me with that. When I had friends pass away or a family member pass away, my dad was always there. He never showed signs of weakness, even though I knew he was sad. He was just always the person that was there for me. While my mom, she was there for me during that, but she was always like, they're in a better place, you need to move on, they wouldn't want you to be sad. But saying that to a person who just lost someone so close to them doesn't really help. And I feel like my dad handled it a lot better than my mom. And here I am to this day, still having the closest relationship as possible with my dad. I celebrate his birthday every year, and he does his best to celebrate my birthday every year. even when we're struggling with money, he still manages to do something for my birthday, whether it's going to the beach or having some kind of fun or a small party. Even if we're struggling with money or something like that, it brings so much life to our relationship to know that we both care about each other and that we're always there for each other. I was there for my dad during his roughest times, and he was there for me, and we told each other everything that we could possibly tell each other. It was just that bond that no one could break. It was almost like that mother-daughter bond that people describe. And I'm starting to get that mother-daughter bond with my mom. But we'll go into that next year on Mother's Day. This year, this is for my dad. And if my dad ever watches this, I love you. And I couldn't ask for a better dad. He is the person that he's like the dad I could never ask for. Like, I wouldn't want anyone better. He is the perfect dad for me. Even if we have our ups and downs, we go through them together. And I couldn't ask for anyone better. There's no one better than my dad. I mean, in my opinion anyway. Don't one attack me in the comments section for saying that, but in my opinion, there's no one better than him. I just want you all to know, appreciate your dad, because you were in this world because both of your mother and your father. Without them, you wouldn't be here, you wouldn't have the friends that you have, and you wouldn't have the life that you have. You need to be able to appreciate the people in your life and look up to so many people. And one of those people I look up to is my dad. I would want to treat my children like my dad treated me. I love everything about my dad. He's my hero. And he always will be. My mom will be as well. Even though her and I didn't have the closest relationship. And it's getting better and it's healing, which is very good. One of my greatest memories that I have with my dad was around when I was 4 or 5. No, I was 5 or 6. And it was Christmas Day. And I was so excited because I had thought Santa had brought me a bunch of gifts and everything. And there wasn't much under the tree, and I was confused because there was never this less under the tree. Being a child, of course I'm going to think this way. My dad told me after we opened up all the gifts, I was already in a good mood. He told me that we were going somewhere. I didn't know where we were going. So we were driving for about 30 minutes before we pulled up to an animal shelter, and I didn't know it was until we walked in. And I was so happy. It was Christmas Day, and I was going to get a pet. I was so excited. I was like the happiest child in the world. So I was going through, and I wanted to look at the puppies first. I really badly, for the longest time, wanted a puppy. And so I was going through, and I was looking at the dogs, and I was like, these dogs are all so cute. I don't know if I can pick a dog. And then they had these little cages that had puppies in them that were almost like ready to stop I can't explain it. But they had these cage of puppies, and like I was like, "Oh my god, I want one, but I don't know what one. Can I adopt all of them?" And I was just so happy. And I was like, "Okay, can we go look at the kitties? I want to see if I want a kitty instead." So we went through and we looked at the cats. And the cat that I have now, kid you not, as I was looking through the cats, I had passed over her because she had no interest in my eye. But as I was going through and looking at the cats, I had passed over my cat, Sunrise, which is, like, I love this cat to death. I had noticed this cat, which is now my cat. She was being very playful, and she wasn't acting like the rest of the cats were. Like, the cats, they were very friendly and everything. They're like, meow, take me home, please. I want to go home. But this cat was just, I couldn't explain it. Her attitude was just different. It was like something clicked in me. I was playing with her, and I'm like, Dad, this is the animal I want. I want this cat. And I have to say, that was one of the greatest decisions of my life. I'm glad I didn't take home a dog that day, because this cat has been with me just like my dad through thick and thin. And if it weren't for my dad, I wouldn't have her. This cat literally, when I have panic attacks, licks away my tears. I'm not even kidding. It's so cute. But I wouldn't have her without my dad. So, thank you to my dad, and thank you to all you other dads out there for being you. Just being you and being there for your kids shows that you're the greatest person that anyone can ask for. And everyone should be thankful for their dads. So, yeah. Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. And remember, stay awesome. And if you liked this video, please leave a like down below. And if you would like to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. And thank you. Huge shout out to this amazing person right here for saying Happy Father's Day with me. Because you know what? Happy Father's Day. To always remember to be a gemmer, not a scammer. Bye, guys.